DNA test destroyed my family. Paternity fraud, cheating wife and betrayed dad story. Me, 22. Grew up thinking men had it easier. Not in a man-hater way, just thought logically it was true. Always told men complaining about marriage they were bitter losers. Preached real men raise the kid, DNA doesn't matter. Dad was my shining example. Quiet, hardworking, loved mom, raised me and lil bro like gold. Convinced I knew exactly how relationships worked. Marriage equals love, trust, choosing each other daily. Memory unlocked. 10 years old at barbecue. Family friend points at little bro. Handsome boy, doesn't look like you, dad. Everyone laughs. Mom instantly says, takes after my side. Dad forces smile. Too young to clock it. Other small memories. Mom shutting down convos about who kids take after. Dad's hand on brother's shoulder looking stiff in family photos. Late night muffled kitchen arguments ending with mom saying, "You're imagining things." Never questioned it, why would I? Mom and dad were solid for decades. Brother grows up. Looks a bit different than me and dad. Darker skin, curlier hair, sharper cheekbones. Still, plausible, if you don't stare too long. Mom always deflects with, "my side of the family," excuse. Even pulls out sepia photos of random Mediterranean relatives. Everyone drops it instantly. Fast forward to this year. Bro gets serious health issue. Needs treatment. Hospital does routine family donor compatibility test. Me, mom, dad get tested. Doctor walks in looking like he's holding a live grenade. Says dad isn't a biological match. At all. Not even close. Dead silence. Dad staring at the wall, fists clenching slow and tight. Mom laughing nervously, voice too high, darting eyes. Keeps insisting, must be hospital error. Doctor fumbling with clipboard, says probability of paternity equals 0. Mom doubling down. Dad whispers, run it again. Doctor nods, already knows it'll be the same. Ride home silent. Dad white-knuckling the wheel. Mom breathing sharp and shallow. Every word I think of sounds like a lie. Days later. Dad and mom talk behind closed doors. Muffled arguing, then silence. Mom blotchy-eyed after. Dad sleeps on couch. Her story starts changing. First says maybe it was assault. Feels off. Under pressure finally admits affair. Months long. Some guy she met while dad was on night shifts. Darius. Tall, athletic, black guy, out-of-town construction worker. Met him at bar near her office. Funny, confident, made her feel alive. Complimented her shoes, remembered her drink order. Started as flirting, then drinks, then not just drinks. Kept sneaking around while dad worked nights. Knew there was a chance brother wasn't dad's. Never said a word. Never tried to find Darius when he left. Claims, to protect the family. Translation, protect herself from consequences. Dad broken but calm. Asks if Darius knows. Mom says no, and she's not telling him. Last she heard, he moved states with wife and 2 little girls. Dad wants to ask more, doesn't. A few nights later. Wake up, hear voices in kitchen. Dad, I gave you everything. Mom, I was lonely. Dad, and you let me raise another man's son. Mom, you're not a victim, you're a father. She launches into rehearsed philosophy. What matters is who's there every day. Blood is just biology. Love is the real DNA. Cuts him off every time he tries to speak. Acting like she's noble, like betrayal equals wisdom. Me in hallway, frozen. Brain scrambling for activist talking points. Child innocent. Relationships complicated. Men should step up. Realize I sound like her. Feels sick. Dad just sits there, looking at floor. Mom crying, but you raised him, you're his real dad. Quiet worse than any shouting. Next morning. Me to dad, DNA isn't everything, you are his dad. Dad looks at me a long time. That's easy to say when you've never been lied to for half your life. Chestpunch.exe. Extended family finds out. Nuclear fallout. Some side with mom, he raised the child, that's what matters. Others, she's a liar and cheat. Family group chats warzone. Cousin's birthday equals Cold War family gathering. Uncle whispers to dad, you're a better man than me. Dad forces polite smile, eyes gone. Mom's friends say he's cold for moving out. Friends of mine mutter, men like him only care about bloodlines. I start softening story to protect mom's reputation. Realize I'm helping everyone frame dad as bitter while mom gets empathy. TFW women's mistakes equals lapse in judgment. TFW men's pain equals duty. Grab coffee with old friend. Tell her whole story. She shrugs, well he raised him, so what's the big deal? Try to explain, consent to fatherhood. She rolls her eyes, men always make it about money. Keep circling back to, your mom's a good person. Bias.exe has stopped responding. Brother spiraling. Stares in mirror. Googles how to tell what ethnicity you are. Scribbles other surnames on paper. Half jokes asking if finding bio dad makes him a traitor. I can't answer. Later finds him drinking in garage. Says if he didn't exist none of this would have happened. Asks if he can even call dad anymore. Wants to know if he has to call Darius dad if he finds him. Words get stuck in my throat. Dad and I meet lawyer. Lawyer, even with DNA proof, you still pay until kid finishes school. Dad, so if I died tomorrow, she still gets my pension. Lawyer, yes. Dad's fists clench under table, stays calm. Dad moves into small apartment. Still paying for house. Still paying support. Calls me once a week, voice tired, never talks about himself. Mom keeps inviting him to dinner like nothing happened. Says he'll come around, men always do. Realize years of mocking deadbeat dads was bullshit. Thought paternity tests equals insecurity. Now seeing faithful men punished for staying and punished for leaving. System basically cages men with financial shackles and social shame. Dad hollowed out. Brother depressed. Family split in half. Mom doing charity work like she's atoning but never apologizes properly. Just says, let's move forward like past didn't explode everything. One night. See post online from man saying, marriage is a scam for men. Normally would have laughed. This time read every word. Think of dad in tiny apartment still paying for house he doesn't live in. Think of bro wondering who he is. Think of mom lying for 15 plus years and still playing victim. Get it.exe. Tell mom one morning, you don't deserve him. She doesn't flinch. Smirks, you'll understand when you have kids. Arrogance hits harder than affair itself. Next family dinner. Someone jokes about me settling down soon. I laugh, maybe I'll just stay single. Seems safer. Dad smirks for first time in months. Not much, but something. TFW finally understand why some men give up on marriage. TFW it really is a loaded gun pointed at their head the whole time. TFW I defended the cage that ruined my dad's life.